Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of This Week in New Tech. This week, the Nexus production guys paid us a visit and even gave us a presentation. I got a chance to interview them afterwards.
And we also had the chance to interview students here at New Tech about our motion graphics department.
Let's go see what's up. I'm here with Matt Milstead. He is a owner of Nexus Motion and Brograph. So Matt, when did you begin first wanting to start in the motion graphics?
I've always really loved After Effects, and I've always really loved videos. I started making videos when I was just a kid. You know, my grandparents had a little VHS recorder, over the shoulder, and so I got into that. I actually signed up for a video production class in high school because I had a friend who signed up for it. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, that sounds fun, and then we can hang out. And then actually really fell in love with it. It was one of the classes that I was actually, staying up at school late and working on stuff because I just enjoyed it so much. Then the video production stuff transitioned into After Effects and motion graphics, and then eventually into 3D. And that's where 3D is really where I found a big love for what we do, motion graphics.
Awesome. Well, it's cool to know that it's been in your life so long. So where do you hope to see the whole idea of motion graphics in, say, 10 years in the future?
10 years, so right now with motion graphics and with 3D rendering specifically, with using your CPU stuff, it takes a really long time. I'm really hoping that there will be some sort of convergence between virtual reality, video game engines, and 3D animation to where that render time is basically not happening. You have zero render time, and you are able to render out stuff in real time. That's really where I'm hoping it goes.
So where did the whole Brograph idea came from?
It was a joke. It was just a spoof off of the term MoGraph. MoGraph, motion graphics. So Dave, my partner at Brograph, we were trying to figure out a good name, and it's like, what do we do? What about this and this? And it's like Brograph. I was like, oh, that's so cheesy. Okay, let's do it.
So where do you hope to see that going in the future?
I don't know. Brograph, we really enjoy the podcast that we do. We have a bunch of new listeners. We're starting to put out some new talks and some new tutorials and stuff like that. And we would eventually like to. We run a separate company. We'd love to be able to merge under the Brograph name because I guess that gets the most recognition right now. But I don't know. Grow, make money. Yeah.
You said you wanted to get to that 100 million? Or
1
million?
Yeah, 100 million would be great, yeah. Now, once we hit the 1 million, then it's the 5 million, then eventually the 100 million. But yeah, we want to grow big enough to where we can live pretty comfortably. I don't know.
Well, thanks a lot, man.
Really just, help people learn as well along the way.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thanks a lot, man.
No problem, man.
Yep. I'm here with Dave Koss, the other co-owner of Brograph. So when did Brograph start? Where did that idea come from?
When Matt interviewed for his job at a place where I was working years ago. He came in and we started talking about tutorials and stuff like that. And we said, hey, we could maybe, do this ourselves or something someday. And so we decided to do that. And we set up a site and all that. It was a very slow start. And then we were going out to lunch one day in his Jeep. And we're driving up in front of this place, just riffing names back and forth. And I can't remember, it may have been me, I don't remember. We just blurted out Brograph, and it was just like, yeah, that's it right there. And then, the second step, you check to see if the domain name's available. Yeah. It was. So.
Well, that's good. So where do you have any ideas of where you hope to see the Brograph idea go in the future?
In the future, we have our business and we have Brograph. Yeah. The business is going well, but we would like to possibly get Brograph off the ground with more plugins, more tutorials, and have that become its own super successful business so that we can then, on our company, our production company, just focus on the projects that we really want to work on the side. And so that's where we want to go, where Brograph is our main thing, and our main business is more of the side project.
That makes sense. Well, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
I'm joined here today with Junior Casey Roberts. So Casey, what were your thoughts about the BroGraph guys?
I thought it was really cool, and especially because they started in Texas and all originated in places pretty close to home. It's really cool to see someone doing such amazing things.
Awesome. Yes, I agree. So what stood out the most to you during their presentation?
I would say definitely the people that they've gotten to meet, because they've been with so many famous artists and actors, and it's kind of interesting to see that so many different people would be into something like that.
Awesome. So Casey, what programs here at New Tech do you use for 3D animations and motion graphics?
I personally use Blender, which is more of a modeling software, and Cinema 4D, which is for animation and things like that.
So can you give us a little rundown on how you personally use it?
Like I said, Blender I use mainly for modeling to get very detailed pieces. Like if I want to make an armor piece, then I would use Blender and go through all the different design choices. And then in Cinema 4D, you can give it different effects to where you can animate it around or do a camera movement around it and things like that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Casey. I'm joined here today with Junior Nick Simons. So Nick, what are your thoughts about the BroGraph guys?
I thought they were really cool and incredibly informative and just chill guys with a very great presentation.
Awesome. So what stood out to you most during the presentation?
What stood out most would definitely be the passion that they have for their craft. It was definitely awesome to see people that were so interested in what they were doing and what I'm doing.
I agree. So Nick, here at New Tech, what programs do you use for 3D animations and motion graphics?
Personally, I use Blender and Cinema 4D.
So can you give us a little rundown on how you use them?
Blender I mainly use to make game assets and advanced game design, as I help out a lot of people with making their games and all that. But with Cinema 4D, I focus more on motion graphics and cinematography-based things like animations.
Thank you so much, Nick. I'm joined here today with Junior Evan Siles. So Evan, what were your thoughts about the BroGraph guys?
Well, I thought the BroGraph guys were very interesting people that seemed to be very dedicated to their craft.
I agree. So what stood out the most during their presentation?
What stood out the most to me was the level of enthusiasm that they had for what they were doing and really inspiring others to do the same thing.
Awesome. So what programs do you here at New Tech use for 3D animations and motion graphics?
Personally, I use a mixture of After Effects for 2D animation and Cinema 4D for the 3D animation side of that. So a mixture of those two programs.
Thank you so much, Evan. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching yet another groovy episode of This Week at New Tech.
Make sure to like and subscribe and check out our website at mynewtech.org.
And we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.